This is KGW News at 11.
Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Brittany Folkers, and we begin tonight with what Oregon health officials are calling a tragic milestone in the pandemic. Today, the state's coronavirus death toll rose past 2,500 in our state. The state has continued to see a rise in COVID cases since March. Over the past 2 weeks, Governor Kate Brown says Oregon has led the nation in the increasing rate of COVID cases. That prompted a new plan on restrictions, pushing 15 Oregon counties back to extreme risk. Well, Brown says she's working with lawmakers on a $20 million emergency relief package for businesses hurt by the move. Many local restaurants and small businesses say it's not enough. Those restrictions, by the way, will be reevaluated again on Thursday. So let's take a look at the latest numbers here in the state. Oregon Health Authority reported 756 new and confirmed COVID cases and 3 new deaths. More than 2,500 people have now died from the virus here in Oregon, and hospitalizations are climbing. There are at least 345 people occupying beds, in Oregon. And on the vaccination front, more than 22,000 shots were added to the state registry, well below the 7-day average of 33,710. Now in Washington, 37% of people aged 16 and over are now fully vaccinated. More than 52% have received one dose. King County, and that's where Seattle is located, is leading the state, where 51% of people have started the vaccination process. The National Women's Soccer League commissioner is asking Oregon's governor for an exemption on capacity limits to get more fans in the stands during the Challenge Cup title game. The Portland Thorns are the top team this year, so the game was scheduled to play at Providence Park this coming Saturday. Last week, Governor Brown moved Multnomah County into that extreme risk category because of rising COVID cases in the area. The league is asking for Providence Park to hold 15% capacity, which is 3,800 people. The letter sent to the governor was obtained by the Associated Press. The NWSL tells the governor, quote, "Our medical protocols are sound and all appropriate precautions are taken every time our players take the pitch for training and competition. We're confident the Thorns can safely accommodate fans and are hopeful you'll consider our request," end quote. After a day filled with peaceful protests, downtown Portland was once again the target last night for breaking windows and other vandalism. Police declared a riot and made 6 arrests Saturday. And if this sounds familiar, it's because it is. Tim Gordon talked to people who were enjoying downtown Portland today about what's been happening at night.
You know, our day started by coming to downtown Portland and seeing the boarding up and damage from the latest destruction last night. But then we realized it's a beautiful day at Pioneer Courthouse Square. People are out and about, so we decided to talk to them about this tale of two cities. Night after night, we're seeing the dark side of Portland, a group of people doing what they call direct action, and the action is destructive. Shattering glass, then police make some arrests and find things like knives, slingshots, and hammers in the process.
I don't see no sense in breaking windows.
In the light of day, the square looks great, with folks enjoying some sun on the bricks. But native Portlander Ricky Grixby is also seeing the damage and calling it out.
That's stupid. I don't mind marching up the street, and everything, and then you're gonna start breaking windows? No.
At a table nearby, 3 guys are enjoying a meal and conversation that had turned to Portland and what's happening.
We are all live in this, around the city core, and it's really quite nice. And a lot of the stigma we find is, kind of overrated.
That said, Evan does not agree with the vandals' tactics, and neither does his friend Taylor, who did not mince words.
And I think if they're trying to counter, maybe some of the extreme conservatives, they're at least as moronic as the Proud Boys. Any of these fools out there getting in fights, threatening people. It makes no sense to me.
At another table was Natalie Torres and her children. The whole family came up from Monmouth to visit the city they love, and Natalie noticed
that all the windows are boarded up. There's a lot of tagging. There's a lot of trash on the sidewalks.
A city known for food carts and a friendly way is still a great place to be, but the nighttime violence and destruction we found no support for today.
Yeah, it's pointless to me. I don't think that there's a need for it. I think what needs to be heard is being heard, and then there's just people that are adding chaos just because they have nothing better to do.
Tim Gordon, KGW News.
A new budget proposal from Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler will prevent the closing of fire stations and layoffs of first responders, at least for now. Earlier this year, Portland Fire and Rescue faced about a $6 million budget shortfall. That move was criticized by the firefighters union and chief. Under the new budget, about $1 million will be refocused from traditional firehouses to the Portland Street Response Team. They'll also have to let some administrative vacancies go unfulfilled.
We are very appreciative of the mayor's budget. I think that he definitely made a decision to put frontline services and boots on the ground.
The union says they're already worried about future cuts, but will fight to make sure those administrative roles will eventually be filled. They hope federal COVID aid will help keep them staffed at full capacity. A local nonprofit creates safe places and a bridge to stability for the homeless population. Now, Harbor of Hope is testing out a new tent to help those in need feel safer. Christelle Kumwe reports.
Homer Williams with Harbor of Hope is on a mission to help the homeless.
It's really finding a path back to housing.
The nonprofit addresses the diverse needs of the homeless population in Portland and surrounding communities. Last year, they handed out thousands of tents and sleeping bags, but all the rain Portland gets was a problem.
All their clothes get soaked. Their sleeping bags get soaked. Their feet rot. They're never dry. It's horrible. Horrible. And so I just felt there needed to be a better solution.
Williams teamed up with Lit Workshop in Portland to come up with a solution and came up with these rigid tents made out of corrugated plastic. They are warmer, waterproof, and much sturdier than regular tents.
It's a rigid tent. You can take a baseball bat and you're not going to hurt it.
They went around Portland with the tents and asked people what they thought.
Could you have a light? Could you lock the door? Could you? And they kept working at it.
They use that feedback to perfect the tent. The floor is now insulated with enough space for 2 people, their belongings, and a pet.
And there's a light and a solar cell that charges your phone.
So far, 6 of these tents are being tested out in the community with plans to release more.
They will do best, and the clients will do best in a facility that is protected and managed.
Williams hopes the tent will serve as a path off the streets.
Of course, we want them to move on, maybe to a tiny house, and then maybe it's into a repurposed motel or an apartment that'll get built.
He says regardless of how modest the first step is, the priority lies in getting people off the street and into a safe place.
If we can do that, we can be successful. If we can't get people off the street, we will not get our city back. It's that simple.
Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.